That was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be like a horse with blinkers on.
Honestly say, I was about to have sex and then I pulled
crap, but it's nice.
Hi, my name is Dewan. I'm from ZM.
Hi, I'm Kaise from Guguletu. I'm working at Stasis. I'm a chef.
I'm Sisipo. I'm also here from Cooks, and I just completed my matric.
Hi, I'm Prudence. I'm staying in Guguletu, but now I'm not working. I was working at Pick n Pay. From August, yeah, I just got retrenched.
I'm Lorna. I'm just matriculated. I live in Crossroads.
I'm Nicholas. I stay at Guguletu. I'm self-employed. I'm a qualified carpenter.
My name is President. I'm a hoteler by profession, multi-skilled, a Zimbabwean. Currently, each time I come from work and when I'm coming back from work, I really feel ashamed when I look at youngsters, some of the kids below the age of 12, really getting drunk to unsustainable limits. And it seems the government or the authorities are not putting really much necessary measures to control the abuse of alcohol, as it is accessible to quite a lot of people, including the youngsters below the age of 18.
What I don't understand, like from those who you said as they starting doing alcohol abuse at the age of 12 years, which is it's unfair for them to do that because they're still young, you know, because they can still go to school or they can ask their parents if they need something. But there's this thing, maybe of some of the parents, they're not working, and yeah.
I greatly appreciate your fact, because that's my real point. It seems the kids have been left loose. No parents. Who's guiding them? There must be somebody to govern that. Maybe, probably, if it means that a certain project must be developed by the authorities, even to push the parents to control the kids, to guide them to proper original old lines.
Unemployment is a big effect in our community's drinking. You understand?
Because of stress, I suppose.
Because of stress. Yeah. And the other point is that these young boys, some of them, they don't have parents. They stay there at the streets, under the bridges. So the only thing that they can keep themselves out of boredom is by drinking.
Personally, I also drink. You know, I enjoy drinking. I get into these shavings. During the day, if kids come in, you don't see them. But come dusk, you'll be surprised. You see. So are we saying maybe the Shabins are practicing and following the laws during the day, then at night they suspend them? Can we say that?
It's like everyone, sometimes they've got to make a living, even if during the night or during the day. Everyone needs to make a living, but it's like you cannot sell your booze during the day to kids. But it's like, you know what happens if you say to kids. It's like sometimes grown-ups, this is the location, you know. In cars, I don't know what it's a cars. They will say it's a cars up. Whereby small boys or small girls, you can just send him and go and buy liquor at someone's house, and it's not written under 18.
From my experience, my uncle is selling alcohol. He doesn't allow kids to buy a cigarette. He doesn't allow that, although he's selling an alcohol.
You see, that makes me support her point, because she mentioned that even the adults are also abusing. So I would want to believe that also to a certain level, like he said that there is stress, unemployment, economical stiffness in terms of the financial availability to people and families. But it seems the parents who are supposed to lead by example are not doing that. They are apparently the very first people who are also being involved into the abuse of the same alcohol. Then how are we going to control these youngsters?
Coming to that point of shibinas and tavernas, sometimes those people, their business is going when it is late. During the day, they make no profit. You understand? That's why they have to sell even to those small children, because money is one. That's what they told us. Money is one. Understand?
Just to add on something, someone said something about parents not caring and all that, but my mother's very young. But at the same time, I think it depends entirely on the way that you've been brought up. Like, I think it's about, it has been about 2 or 1.5 years that my mother has just found out that I do drink alcohol. But I've been drinking alcohol since primary school, and I've been hiding it at home. We would like, since primary school. I think it was in grade 7. But then I used to hide it from my mom because she's very strict, and she didn't entertain the fact that a young person could drink alcohol. Yes, she does drink, but at the same time,
It's basically sometimes about peer pressure, whether you feel that you want to fit in with the people you hang around with. So peer pressure is also another thing.
But you can still say no if you don't want to do that. There's no one who's forcing you to do that. No, you can speak with you. You can talk with you, but the young people, I don't know how would they thinking.
There's another important point. You see, our girls, our youngsters, they give birth because of this granted money. And that money, they don't feed their children. That money goes straight to alcohol. That's another point which is...
yeah, well, that's a point.
That means of them.
Indirectly, this contribution of, I mean, that money comes from the government, right?
Yes.
And then we are saying the women, or we can't call them girls. The moment they give birth, they are now women. Then the women redirect that money into alcohol abuse because it's readily available every month. And someone who then cares, where do they then get the money to feed those kids?
There's a neighbor. She knows that she's going to go to the neighbor and knock and ask for something that she's needing.
Exactly. I actually feel that the government, if I was part of the government, then I would change the whole money thing. Like maybe give them food or vouchers so that they can buy food and clothing for the children. Because the money is very unnecessary.
But still, besides what you're saying, that if you were the government, it's not all of us who manage to do good things for their family, you see, or even for their kids. For example, someone has got 4 kids, but she's less than 40, or even less than 35 years. Then she would rather think of just getting more children and more children, so that grant the money, knowing that the government will do something. So maybe, like she said, the government should put maybe something.
Your point is very valid. I would still want to support it, that if the government does not give these people cash directly, it's like, it's an indirect way of controlling them, of telling them to say, go and buy A, B, C, D. Otherwise, if they restrict the money, like she's saying, to say, with this money you can only buy food and clothes. That's it.
Even the loan sharks are also to blame. Yes. The loan sharks are also to blame. They're also to blame because they take IDs, they even take the cards that they pay with, just to give them money so that they can just. There are many alcoholics out there, and they have around about 5 to 8 children, and they're unemployed. They know that the government will give them money, so if the government would change and maybe give them vouchers or something, or food or clothing for the children.
But they still have to go to church, so I don't think that it's going to work to give them. Yeah, I do support that, but again, secondly, I don't support that because they have to go to church, they have to go to school. So how are they going to pay the registration, like the school fees, when the government is giving them the vouchers?
But still, they do manage to send the children to crash and school and all that, because if even the money the government gives them, it's not enough. It's not enough for food for the whole month, even the clothing, because a child needs clothing, they need shelter and they need food. But still, again, they only get a little money. So I think it's also one of the problems that people experience. The people who get grant money and all that, it's one of the problems that they experience. Maybe they're frustrated. That's why they just think that they should use the money for alcohol.
What I actually know about working people, having stress, having family, most of them, they don't bring grocery money to their homes, to their loved ones. They pay today on a Friday, They came home late, drunk, with not even a blue cent in his pocket. You understand? Sometimes when he came back from that shipping house, he get robbed by those hooligans.
By the drunk boys, you see, which is also another abuse of alcohol.
Like, you know, everyone is mostly paid on Friday, né? So you get paid on Friday. Friday, sometimes here, I would say for the ratio of ladies, is 1:7. So he's got another girlfriend, you sleep there after work, and they get drunk with that other small house, with that other lady, which is not a part of his real family, you see. And after that, the following day, when he's sober-minded, you realize that, oh, what have I done today? The next thing, he goes up to his wife asking, hey, where's the money? Yesterday you didn't show up at place. I was up at Kaya when, what's your problem? Something like that. And you know, after, still in his mind, it's not that sober, you see. He was drinking. You would rather say, okay, let me go just buy 1 or 2 beers, you know. Yeah. And then after that, you come and you start beating up his wife. And it's all because the wife just asked a simple question.
But you see, it seems that we are not learning from the mistake we encounter in a day. Like you said, somebody gets paid, he goes, he blasts all that money with a girlfriend. They really overdrink, he gets home, obviously it's quarreling and fighting. So we are getting more of divorces. Yes. Because of alcohol abuse. We are also getting a lot of school dropouts from kids because of the same alcohol abuse, and we are also getting these youngsters becoming extremely violent when they get drunk. If you look at the rate and how dangerous it is, specifically in the locations here, to move around on Friday and Saturday, around as from 9 onwards, you see, it's extremely dangerous because everybody knows these youngsters will be drunk, acting out of alcohol, and they will really attack you. It's a fact which everybody affects. So basically, my thinking is I don't want to believe extremely that it's because of the stress. Yes, there is stress. There is pressure, peer pressure of not getting money, unemployment and so forth. But people are consuming the beer, the liquor to an extent of failing to control themselves. And they then get they then start behaving in a really funny attitude, specifically violence. Yeah, it's quite worrying.
It does have the side effects that, in sense that maybe the father or the mother who buys food at home, then sometimes maybe get paid, so didn't buy food at home, so then when he's coming from the tavern, he's claiming his plate. Where is his plate? Which is, he didn't even buy food, the groceries, you know, and then that's where abuse is coming from. Then he have to beat or whoever was there. Yeah.
I mean, community, we are the government. We community, we are the government. So protection, we have to do it by ourselves. We have to look good after each other. But it's very hard to experience that. It's very, very hard in townships. You know, township life is very fast. It's running in a high rate.
Yeah. My dream is for me to stop all this. One day, I just win the lotto and take all the orphans, those who are, and those old people who abuse others, and just put them in a place, and I just employ some teachers or some other good guys to teach them good stuff.
Oh, my dream, I just want to be a head chef.
While I was growing up, my dream is, I always wished to be a doctor, but unfortunately I couldn't. But now I'd love to do law, and I'd love to change the community. For some reason, I'd love to help people and be someone successful.
My dream when I grew up, I wanted to be a pilot, but now things didn't go well, so I wish one day I could have money and open an academy, like, so, because most of those people are abusing alcohol. There are people that, you know, or maybe they don't get job, they are good in doing like practical things, like, you see, maybe she's good in painting or art, or, you know, like, if I can have that academy and open and teach them life skills, and, you know.
My dream is everyone could be gay friendly.
My dream is to see a very happy community. I would like some people must pray in a right way to God, and so much that God can help us. People are cruel outside. Our children are drinking too much. If God can help us with our children, that's my dream, to see a happy community.
My dream is to climb up higher within the industry I'm still in and be found contributing immensely to the economy of the country in terms of tourism industry. But above all that, it has always been my intention that as soon as I become financially stable, I intend to then thereby start a social organization that looks after orphans, specifically those who are HIV positive.